Hi, and welcome to this short yoga practice to release, refresh, and refocus. All you need is a chair. Come and grab a comfy seat, and we'll do a bit of movement together. Just a chance to stop and refresh in our day. I invite you to settle in. If you're not quite ready for stillness yet, let's start with the fingers and the toes. So just feeling into them. You could let them rest if you're feeling ready for stillness. Otherwise, you can wiggle them, squeezing and stretching in different directions. Beautiful. And then we're going to move that movement a little closer to the center of our body. So maybe moving the arms a little bit, maybe the legs a little bit. Just a chance to kind of get into the body, feeling in the sensations of that movement, the contact of the chair, the way your hands rest on your legs or wherever they are. Beautiful. Slowly coming to stillness with the arms and the legs. And then letting maybe the head and the neck, maybe the shoulders too, a bit of a squeeze, a roll, a release in a comfortable way. We don't want to push ourselves into something that's uncomfortable. Beautiful. Then bringing the head back to center. Let's just focus on our breath now. Can you just notice each in and out breath? Can you maybe notice the way that that brings a bit of movement through the center of the body? Maybe you feel it more down towards the belly. Maybe it's a little up higher in the lungs. Without worrying about changing anything too much at this stage, can we just notice the movement that comes with the breath? As we breathe in, the lungs fill, maybe we feel an expanding out. And as we breathe out and the lungs empty, maybe we feel a gentle softening in. Beautiful. Let's start together with some upper body movement. So using this breath as our rhythm, inhale, let's sweep the arms out and up overhead, palms connecting at the top, and exhale coming down through center. So using these first few breaths here with the movement to take up as much space as possible, really reaching, extending through the arms to whatever degree feels comfortable. And then with that connection, kind of coming back to center, coming back down towards the earth. Let's take a couple more like that, and then we'll mix it up a little bit. And doing it in time with your breath. If that means you move a little faster or a little slower, that's great. We want to link to our breath rather than trying to speed up or slow down our breathing. Let's do one more full round. Beautiful. This next time, let's take a bit more activation. So we're still going to inhale out and up. As we exhale, let's make some fists with the hands and squeeze the elbows out wide into a sort of cactus shape. So inhale to release and extend, reaching up tall. Exhale to pull and engage down. So if we're pulling a bar with some weight in it, so we perhaps feel some engagement here, keeping that going. And see if you can keep the ribs neutral, so we're not kind of kicking out or tucking back at this stage. Do a couple more like that, really waking up the sides of the body. One more pull down with your own breath in your own time. As we come out wide, let's pause here and we'll create some side bend. So let's squeeze the right elbow down towards the ribs as we lift the left elbow up high, coming back through center, and then over to the other side, finding a rhythm that works with your breath. Now, there's a couple of ways to do the arms here. You could imagine you're holding a long, sturdy dowel here between your hands, a big pole, so your arms stay stable and strong. Or if that's feeling a little much, you could release the bottom hand down, just reach that top arm up and over, create a bit more flow. Either option is fine, as long as it feels good for you. Find that one that works. Beautiful work. Let's take a couple more rounds through. We feel perhaps some length in one side of the body and then contraction and engagement in the other. Last one to each side here. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back to neutral, releasing the fingertips to the head. So you can either just cup each set of fingers around behind the ear, or you could interlace behind the head, as long as you're not kind of pushing your neck forwards. We want to be able to draw our chin back, almost like we're trying to create a double chin. It brings this beautiful length in the back of the neck, counteracts a lot of the rounding that we do. So either option there. And then let's take a kayaking motion. So we start sort of doing little circles with each elbow, one up, one down, one forward, one back. And then making it as big or as small as you like. You might stay quite upright here, or you might really start to come. It's almost like that side bending movement. We've got a bit of a twisting action to it as well. We want to make sure we can breathe here. If you're coming bigger, but you find you can't breathe smoothly, just pull it back. If it works for your body, for your brain, let's try and go back the other way as if we're paddling backwards now, around over the top, And then back forwards underneath with each side. Beautiful. We want this to feel lovely and supportive, so adjust in any way you need to. Let's come back to neutral, slowly making them smaller if you went big. Coming back to neutral, let's release the hands down. As you come down, perhaps feeling any sensations that come through the chest, the shoulders, the arms with that big release. And then let's find our cat and cow. So hands over kneecaps, inhaling to sit the spine tall. Exhale, let's tuck under at the tailbone, pulling back with the arms. The arms kind of hang on for dear life at the front and give us this nice stretch down the back of the body. And then with our next inhale, let's draw forwards the other way. So the elbows kind of slide alongside the body, the heart draws forwards. Have a couple of goes at that. Exhale to curl back, feeling space in the back of the body. Inhale to draw forwards. Can you work with your breath here? Each inhale bringing us forwards where we make the most of this space across the chest. Each exhale, when we kind of close things off, is when we squeeze the air out. Maybe you notice as well, or instead the shoulder blades here, rounding away from each other as we arch back and then squeezing towards each other as we come forwards. Now you can stay exactly with this version, hands on the knees, or if you like, we can start to release the hands. So as we draw the heart forwards, we pull the hands back, and then we can round the arms in front. A really similar movement with the spine. Less support for the torso, so we still want to make sure it feels good for the back. If you feel like you need that bit more support, please bring the hands back to the knees. It's a great option. And they're really similar benefits. The sensations will be slightly different. So find what's right for you. Let's do one more through. That last pull back here. And then releasing the hands down, spine back to neutral again. Let's settle in, just feel into the body. Notice whatever you notice as you release. And then let's bring a bit of movement into the hips. So starting with the feet about hip width apart, can you maybe notice the way the feet are rolling in and out to their sides? Beautiful. You can stay with this movement, or we can come back to the center and take some circles with each foot. Kind of doing a figure 8, one side looping around and then the other looping around. If you wanted to get super fancy, I guess you could try doing both at once. Ooh, that's a lot for the hips. Take the option that feels right for you. Beautiful. Coming back to center when you're ready. And this one can be done seated or standing. So I'll show you the seated version and then the standing version if you want to try that one. We're going to really use our breath to engage and lift and reach with our inhale, and then a big flop letting go with our exhale. And that letting go can be just physically letting everything drop. If you've got some thoughts and feelings swirling around from whatever's been going on for you today, we can kind of gather them up with the inhale and let them go with the exhale. It's a nice kind of physical, mental, emotional process we can go through here. So from seated, as we inhale, we can sweep the arms up and lift the heels if you like. It's optional. And then with our exhale, just letting everything drop. Big exhale, letting everything drop together. So we can inhale to reach and stretch, lift the heels if you like. Letting it all go out. And you can keep going. Again, a rhythm that feels right for you. If you want to try it standing, it's a really similar thing. Feet about hip width apart, a bit of a softness in the knees. Inhale to sweep, maybe lift the heels as well. And exhale, landing, just making sure we land with soft knees because we're doing this big thump down. We don't want to put too much pressure on the joints. We're taking a couple more rounds through. Big inhale to gather up, big exhale to let it go. 2 more in your own time. Beautiful. I then invite you to come either back to your chair or to lie down. If you've got space and time and you want to come down to the floor, by all means do. Finding a place where the spine can be long. So whether that's upright, the shoulders stacked over the hips, or whether you're along the floor, we can bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. If you'd like to close the eyes, now's a really nice time to do that. Beautiful. And just noticing the hand that's on your belly, moving with each breath. You might move a little or a lot, but it encourages the breath to come a little deeper, which can have a really good calming effect on the body. And then maybe under the hand on your chest, you get a sense of your heartbeat, particularly if those big reaches and flops felt pretty dynamic for you today. Just some awareness here of our heart and our lungs, these two amazing organs that are keeping us functioning through our day. And like our breath here, whether we notice it or not, knowing that our heart, our lungs, our breath, our body are all working together to support us and carry us through our experiences, through the joyful ones, through the hard ones. And just bringing our awareness back to our physical body, back to each breath, back to how we feel in our body, can really help bring us into this moment here and now, can help give us just that opportunity to let go of what has been, to refresh, and to refocus, bringing our whole selves into whatever comes next. From my heart to yours, thank you for joining me for this short practice today, knowing that we carry the benefits with us into whatever comes next. You might like to leave your hands where they are, or you might like to join your palms together in front of your heart. From my heart to yours, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you.